we copied a project and set up our Demo 09 project here, where I've got the Demo 01 drawing open. Now, the first thing we're going to look at is creating a new project. Now, you might think that's a bit strange. It's like, hang on a second. We copied Demo 08 project and made it into Demo 09 for use in this section, which is fine. We are going to use Demo 09 for most of this section. And I'm not actually going to change the project at all. All I'm going to do is show you how to create a new one if you need to. Normally better to copy projects anyway, because then when you copy, all of the settings in the WDL, WDP and WDT files come across into the copied project rather than have to set all those up all over again. So we go into the project manager and click on this icon here, New Project. So when you click on that, you get this dialog box here, and I'll go and browse and I'll go and find a location for my new project. So I'm going to go into my CAD FM folder there, current business, find Infinite Skills, which is right there, go into the titles, and you'll see there AutoCAD Electrical 2015, movies and work files, and we're in section 9. And there's the work files there. And I want this folder here, Project 001, that I've previously set up. It's an empty folder. I click on OK, and there's my path there. I'll give the project a name, Project 001. And do I want to create a folder with that project name? No, I don't. I don't need to because the folder's already there. However, I could just point to a location and create a new folder like so. What it's going to do as well is it's going to copy the settings from the WD demo WDP file. So if I now go OK Properties, like so, it'll allow me to set up my project properties. So you'll notice now that I can go in, set my project settings, my schematic libraries, my components, my wire numbers, my cross-references, styles and drawing formats. You might recognize that. Project properties are very, very similar to drawing properties. But the drawing properties, you do it per drawing. What you can do is set up your project properties, and all of the drawings in that new project are then set to the project properties by default. You can then individually change the drawings if you need to. So I'll click on OK now. So that's done. That'll take a few seconds to set up that project. And you'll notice now Project 001 over there in the project manager. Now, the thing is, I haven't got any drawings in that project, and you can see that because there's no little plus sign next to it at all. Demo 09, on the other hand, has got all the drawings that I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Demo 09, right-click and activate that project, and that then becomes the current project in the project manager. And here, if I want to lose Project 001, I can just right-click on it, close it, and it's gone. But that's how you set up a new project. So you give it a name, set up the location for it. AutoCAD Electrical will make sure that you've got all the appropriate WDP settings set up. As you go through that process for the new project, you're setting up your new WDP file. So that's how you can set up a new project, even though I've already copied to create a new project, if you see where I'm coming from. So back in the project manager now, you'll see that we're back with Demo 09 as the project, in the schematic subfolder, using the drawing demo01.dwg. Quite often when you're working with an AutoCAD electrical project, you need to group the drawings. Now you'll notice over in Demo 09 project here in the project manager that we've got two subfolders. We have a schematic subfolder and a panel subfolder. The schematic subfolder is for the schematic drawings, the panel subfolder is for the panel drawings in the Demo 09 project. Now it may be that I need to create another schematic folder for use with other schematic drawings. So what I can do is I can select Demo 09 there like so, and then right click on it, and you'll notice on the shortcut menu that we have Add Subfolder. So if I do that now, it asks me for a new folder name, so I'll type that in. I'm going to call that Schematic 2. Now you'll notice there, deliberate spelling mistake, I've put an E there instead of an A. Make sure you spell things correctly. And also there should be an E over there. Now I've deliberately pointed that out. There's nothing worse than looking at a project manager listing and things are spelt badly. And there's no spell check here on these folder names, so make sure that you check. Press enter and there's my new schematic 2 folder. And then what I want to do is click and drag and just lift that up so it sits above panel like so. So the schematics are grouped together. Now, at the moment, there are no drawings in the schematic 2 folder. So I'm going to expand the schematic folder like so. And then what I will do is drag this down like so. So I can see all of my drawings. And obviously also I can see schematic 2 there as well. And what I can do is I can move a drawing to a folder. So if I select, say, Demo 06, right click, and I can copy to, I can remove, replace or rename. And what I can do there is I can actually copy to another location, like so. I'll cancel that. How do I move it into schematic 2? There doesn't seem to be any shortcut, does there? There is, and it's very, very quick and easy. A lot of the tools in the project manager are drag and drop. You don't need to right click like that. There's no tool there that will allow me to actually move it to the folder. What I do is I click, drag, and put it underneath schematic 2 like that, and release. And you'll see that that then moves. Now, it hasn't moved exactly underneath. It's actually gone into the Demo 09 folder. You need to be careful how you drag. And you'll see there that if I then position it over schematic 2, it then goes into the folder. So it's not a case of drag and use the little black line underneath. It's a case of drag and place it over the folder. Very much as if you were working inside Windows Explorer. So what we need to do there is we need to take some of these and put them into schematic 2. So I'm just going to put a couple of drawings in there, like so. So schematic 2 there. When it highlights, release, it puts that drawing in that folder. So when I minimize there, you can see that those drawings still show there, but schematic 2 is now minimized. So that's how you group your drawings within your project in your project manager. Now that does not affect where they are located on your server, on your hard drive, on your portable hard drive or whatever. All you're doing is arranging them in the project manager in AutoCAD Electrical. There will always be the requirement to work with drawings, especially new drawings in your AutoCAD Electrical projects. So let's have a look now at working with drawings and creating a new drawing and then adding it to our Demo 09 project here in the Project Manager. So the first thing we need to do is we need to go up to the Quick Access toolbar and we click on New, and that will bring up our Select Template dialog box. Now I'm going to select AutoCAD Electrical.dwt, not AutoCAD Electrical IEC. That is using the European metric standards. And for the purposes of this course, I'm going to be using the JIC American standards, which are measured in imperial units. So you use this one here, AutoCAD Electrical.dwt. I click on Open, and that will create a whole new drawing. And what I'm going to do now is double-click on the wheel on the mouse, centralize it, just switch off the grid and the snap, and I've done a zoom extents on the mouse as well. So that's all done. Now what I need to do is save that drawing to the AutoCAD Electrical project folder. So you'll remember we put Save As on the Quick Access toolbar in previous videos. It's this one here with the little pencil on it. Click on Save As. Now the good thing is, because my current project is Demo 09, AutoCAD knows to go to that project folder, Demo 09, and I can now save my new drawing there. I'll click on Demo 12. I'm just going to lose the 12 and change that number because I don't want to overwrite that file. And I'm going to put in Demo 20. Just go to the nearest 10 just to make sure I don't overwrite any other drawings. And I click on Save. So that drawing now is Demo 20. If I click on Save, then it will just have the file name at the top of the screen in the title bar there. Now, this drawing is saved in the AutoCAD Electrical project folder, but it hasn't actually been added to the project yet. So I go over to the Project Manager now. Again, right-click over Demo 09 on the project name, and you'll see there on the shortcut menu, Add Drawing. So I click there, and as soon as I do that, again, it goes to the Demo 09 folder, because that's the current project. It's very, very handy that when you're trying to find your project. No searching for it. Now I want to add Demo 20 to the project, so I click on Add once I've selected it. First thing it prompts me is, do I want to apply the project default values to the drawing settings? Well, I do, but why am I doing that? Well, do you remember when we looked at setting up a new project and setting up all the project settings, things like the styles and so on? Well, what you can do is you can apply those project default values to all of the drawings that you bring into any project. Now, if you want to individually change those, you go into the drawing properties. But the good thing is your project defaults can be applied to all the drawings, and then you can individually change the drawings later if you need to. So I'm going to click on yes. Takes a few seconds to update the project, and you can see there's demo 20 in the drawing list in the project manager. Now, if I click and drag on that drawing, just bring it up here a little bit, can you see it's underneath demo 12? I release the mouse, and that makes sure it's in the schematic folder where I want it to be. It's also highlighted in bold because it is the current drawing I've got open in the drawing area. So that's how you work with your drawings in AutoCAD Electrical. You can change the order of your drawings in your project manager in AutoCAD Electrical at any time. So for working files purposes, we're still in the project demo 09, and right now I've got demo 01 drawing open here in the drawing area. Now demo 01 doesn't have to be at the top of that drawing list in the project manager. I can select it, I can drag it down this way like so, and I might want it there. If I do that, it puts it after drawing 10. Still the current drawing, because obviously it's highlighted in bold like so, but you can actually just drag and drop. It doesn't affect the actual location of the drawing itself where you've got it stored in the AutoCAD Electrical project folder. All this is a representation of those drawings. Let me just drag this up here a bit and bring the details back up, and you can see if I go down to location, hasn't changed it. It's still in demo 09. It's not going to change the folder where it is, and obviously Windows, if you're using Windows, will obviously list them in numerical order anyway. However, something you can do with your drawings is change your drawing properties, change the numbers that appear here on the drawing. Now, what you can do here is you can specify a sheet number for each drawing. So demo 01 is the current drawing. So if I click there like that and select it, don't rename it, just click on it so it goes blue like so. Right click, properties, and go to drawing properties. That'll bring up the dialog box. Now it's got a sheet number there of 001 that I put in a previous video. So I'll OK that. What I can do is I can go here and look at the drawing list display configuration. So if I do that now, can you see I've got all these different display options? All it's showing at the moment is the file name there. So if I go sheet number and add that, and then move that sheet number up, so it goes sheet number, then file name, what I'll do is I'll OK that now and see what happens. And you'll notice now, look, the sheet number appears next to the file name. So now what you could do is obviously change that, because look, all the other ones have got sheet numbers, so that does need to be at the top. So I'll just move that up to there, and that's 001. So I'll select this drawing now, right click, properties, drawing properties, change the sheet number there to 002, and OK it like so. That'll update. Now that's updating the project. Now it doesn't update the file name itself. Look, the file name has stayed as demo 02 down here in the details. All you're doing is changing the listing in the drawing list in the project manager. So that's how you can move your drawings up and down in the drawing list in your project manager. You can utilize, for example, the sheet number and the file name, and you can just move them up and down in any which way you want to. The whole idea of this drawing list is to have it in an organized list that is logical to the project, which might not be logical numerically, but it might be logical according to the AutoCAD Electrical project. So make sure you've got all of your drawings listed in your drawing list the way that you need them to work for project purposes. We're still in Project Demo 09 in the Project Manager, and what we're going to look at now is removing drawings from your AutoCAD Electrical project. Now, down here in Windows Explorer, I've actually got our project folder open. Now, you'll notice we've got the drawing Demo 20 that we created earlier. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove that drawing, but don't just go and delete it from the project folder first. The reason being is that drawing is linked to the project by way of the database behind AutoCAD Electrical. So I'll just minimize that there for the moment, and you'll see that Demo 20 is one of the drawings we've got open right now. So I'm going to slide down here, right-click over Demo 20, and I'm going to click on Remove. Are you sure that I want to remove that file? Yes, I am sure. I'm only removing it from the project, not the project folder. So I click on Yes. That'll update it there. Notice it's still open in AutoCAD Electrical. I still need to close it here, like so. It still has to be closed. It's still a drawing in AutoCAD, even though I've removed it from the project. Now, if I go back to that project folder in Windows Explorer, Demo 20 is still there. But because I've removed it from here in the Project Manager first, I can now select it here, and I can just hit the Delete key on the keyboard. I'll obviously be prompted in Windows, do I want to move that file to the recycle bin? Yes, I do. And that then goes. I can then minimize my folder again, and now I've got a nice, clean AutoCAD Electrical database. Don't just go ahead and delete drawings willy-nilly in project folders. If they're linked to the AutoCAD Electrical project, that will cause chaos later on with reporting, with orphaned entries in the database, and so on and so forth. So always use this tool here in the project manager. So it's a drawing like that. You select it, right-click, and use Remove there first, and then remove it from the project folder itself. So let's have a look now at descriptions on drawings in your AutoCAD Electrical project. Now, I've got Demo 09 open still as the project, and at the moment I've got drawing 001 Demo 01.dwg open. Now, what I'm going to do is do a quick save on that, and you'll see there, if I go here, it says file name Demo 20. I just need to refresh the list. So if I refresh that now, what'll happen is it'll refresh, and then I double click here, and you can see drawing 01 actually does have a description in the details pane there, flow and interconnection diagram. Now let's scroll down to that new drawing that we created, Demo 20. If I open that one up, you'll see that there's no description, there's no sheet number. So how do I edit those details? What I do is I right click on the drawing in the drawing list, go to properties, drawing properties here, and I can now put the description and the sheet number in. Sheet number 020 because it's number 20, and the description here I'm going to put in is going to be AutoCAD Electrical, that's the abbreviation for it, and I'm just going to put blank drawing, like so. So I'll OK that now, update, and you'll see now, there you go, sheet 020 and description ACAD E blank drawing. What I will do as well, I'll just double click on the wheel there just to center that and to zoom extent. I can then save that drawing, and then what I'll do is I'll close that drawing. Notice it's not bold anymore, and it displays the sheet number as per the settings we set previously. Notice the details pane doesn't update until I double click on a drawing, like so. So now that's sheet 001 and it's back to the flow and interconnection diagram. So that's how you work with your descriptions in AutoCAD Electrical. However, there is one more thing that you can do. If I go to drawing 002, let's open that one up. You'll notice I've obviously got a title pane in the title block. So let's zoom in there. And you'll see at the moment there is not a drawing title in there. There's nothing in there, in fact. None of that has been occupied yet. However, if it had been occupied, what I could do there is I could actually right-click, Properties, Drawing Properties, and at the moment it's got a description of three-phase motor control circuit. What I could do though is I could go and pick, let's say for description 2, in the actual drawing area. So if there was a drawing title in there with appropriate information, I could go and select it and then add that information to the description fields in my drawing. Obviously there's nothing there, so I hit escape this time and that just cancels that particular command. But there's nothing to stop you picking information from an existing AutoCAD electrical drawing. Title block text is a prime example because it's normally descriptive. And if you want to add that to your description field, why type it again? Just click on pick it in the title block, and it'll add that text to the description field in your AutoCAD electrical drawing. A neat little tool, again, that saves time, makes you that little bit more productive in AutoCAD Electrical. We're now going to have a look at navigating your drawing list in your project manager. So we've still got the Demo 09 project open, and you can see I've got the schematic subfolder open, and the drawing Demo 01 is the current drawing available. It's the only one I've got open in the drawing area right now. Now, there are these arrows that allow you to navigate from one drawing to another. You'll notice they're on the quick access toolbar here, previous project drawing and next project drawing. They're also in the project tab, previous drawing, next drawing. Now, the reason I'm showing you these first is they're very, very neat, because if I go to next drawing, it'll go to the next drawing in the list in the project. It won't open it as such, but what it'll do is it'll go to it in the drawing area, and you'll notice that Demo 01 isn't there anymore. So if I click again and go to next drawing, it'll then go to drawing 3 and then go to drawing 4. It doesn't open them and stack them up with loads of tabs here at the top. Now, if I go previous drawing, takes me back again, until I get back to that drawing Demo 01. So that's how you navigate up and down in your drawing list in your project manager. Now, there's nothing to stop you though going here and double clicking on Demo 02. That'll open it, but it'll also open it here. And then Demo 03, that will also open it here. So you'll notice now I've got 3 drawings open. That'll slow down your AutoCAD Electrical depending on your computer speed. The more drawings you have open, obviously the more power it takes to work with them in AutoCAD Electrical on your computer. So the best way to do it is to not have loads of tabs open like that, but to navigate using the arrows in the project tab or on the quick access toolbar. If I want to get to drawing 2, I just click on next drawing, and there it is there. Nice and quick and easy. I can double click on it and open it up, but it's much, much quicker to do it this way. Can you see that? Much, much quicker, and it saves on space. And also you don't want loads of tabs, 20, 30 tabs across the top. Maybe a couple, so I might open up 1 and 2 like that. That's not going to slow my AutoCAD down. Try and keep this to an optimum amount of drawings and use the next drawing and the previous drawing. If I do this now, you'll see that if I go back there, even with that drawing open, it closes Demo 02 and goes back to Demo 01 in the list, and I've just got the 1 tab left. So it is the quickest way to use those arrows to navigate and move around between your drawings in your drawing list in the project manager in AutoCAD Electrical. You can also configure the drawing list display in AutoCAD Electrical. Now, what I've deliberately done in this particular project is I've set up drawings 001, 002, 003, 004 and 005. I've also given them an actual sheet number as well. Now, what you'll notice in the properties of any drawing is you can set up all of these properties and change the drawing list display configuration. That's this icon here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to drawing Demo 10. I don't have to open the drawing. I just select it, right click on it, and go to properties like that, drawing properties. Now, there's no sheet number and there's no drawing number. Now, the sheet number for that one is going to be 010 to be consistent with the rest of the drawings in the list. The drawing number, however, is going to be 09 for the project, then an underscore, and then 10 like that. So I'll OK that. Now that'll update, and you'll notice, can you see 010 goes in there? That's because I've changed in here the drawing list display configuration. So we've got sheet number followed by file name. Now you don't actually have to have the file name in that list. That's just the default setting. So what I could do is take file name and remove it like so, and I might go for drawing number instead and add that. So we'll have sheet number followed by drawing number. So if I OK that now, can you see the difference? There's the sheet numbers that we had in the description. So if I go there, properties, drawing properties, sheet and drawing, sheet values. So you can see there that I can add all of this information to the display list configuration. So I'll OK that again there. If I go back to the display list configuration and we lose drawing number again, take that back. And then what I need is file name back there again, like that, sheet number, then file name. When I OK it this time, brings the file names back. So you can configure your project manager drawing list very, very effectively. Now we're just using default numbers and default file names here. They're not exactly descriptive, but if you think about how this works with your project manager in AutoCAD Electrical, you can define all of these drawing names and sheet numbers very, very effectively so that someone can navigate the drawing and the project almost seamlessly. So the drawing and the project can be related to each other. Obviously that project would have a different project name, and the drawings would obviously have different names as well. And it would all relate to each other in a naming philosophy that everybody's familiar with. So that's how you change your drawing list display configuration in your drawing list in Project Manager in AutoCAD Electrical. There will be times in AutoCAD Electrical when you need to delete a project. Now what I've done deliberately here is set up a sacrificial project with no drawings for you. Now you will not find this project in the working files. Demo 09 is the project that you'll need for all of the exercises in this section. What I've done is I've set up project 002. Now that is also in the work files folder at the moment until I delete it. Now make sure that when you delete a project you don't just go to the Windows folder and delete the project there, because it will still be in the database for AutoCAD Electrical, and that can cause lots of orphan issues for things like project links, drawing links, attribute links and so on. The trick is to use the delete tool in the project tab on the ribbon in AutoCAD Electrical. There's delete there, so I click on delete like so. That'll bring up select existing project to delete. So what I've got to do now is go and find it. So that's going to be in my libraries, CAD FM, current business here. I go and find Infinite Skills, scroll down the list. There we go. Into titles, and there's my AutoCAD Electrical 2015. Now I'm actually in Movies and Work Files, and I need to find 09 because we're in Section 9, Projects and Drawings, and it's in my work files there. So there's Project 002. Now, if I double-click there, there's the WDP file. That's the file that you need to delete first of all. So I click on Open, like so, and you'll see, caution, this utility deletes files. There is no undo, and it is permanent. Absolutely. When you delete a project, it is gone. It deletes everything. And also, you want to make sure that you do delete the WDP file as well. Now, there's no actual drawings in this particular project. So you can see that delete projects AutoCAD drawing files is grayed out. Also list, select from the project's drawing file list, because you might only want to delete certain drawings. In this case, there aren't any drawings. So we can just delete the WDP file and we're done. So I click on delete files and that's it. It's gone. Totally and utterly gone. If I go back here, you'll see that it's gone there as well. And what I do now is I select Demo 09, right click, activate, and make that the current AutoCAD Electrical project. Now you won't find Project 002 in your working files. It was just put there purely as a test to show you how the delete project works. But that's how you delete projects in AutoCAD Electrical. And remember, when you delete a project, it is permanent. It's gone for good. You'll never get it back. You'll have to recreate it from scratch, which is why I always suggest that you use this tool. You copy projects and all the settings. So much easier than creating a new project. You might need to create a new project once in a while, but always, if you've got an existing project, copy it, update it, and change it that way, rather than do it the hard way. But remember, deleting projects is permanent in AutoCAD Electrical. I've told you to use the new icon here in the quick access toolbar to create new drawings and then link them to your project. Now I'm still in project demo 09. We've still got the list of drawings here, and I've got demo 01 open. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new drawing utilizing the project manager and the toolbar in the project manager. Now the nice thing about this is everything is linked to the project. I don't have to go new up here and then do a save as and save to the project folder. AutoCAD Electrical does all of that for me. So if I go here to this icon here, new drawing, it'll open up the create new drawing dialog box. Now the lovely thing about this is I can go in and set all of this in one go, and it's already then linked to the AutoCAD Electrical project. So the drawing name itself is going to be Demo 25, like so. Now I can utilize an existing template. If I click on Browse, that takes me to the template listing. I'm going to use my AutoCAD Electrical DWT and click on Open. So it knows which template to use. Location, that goes straight to, can you see there, demo25.dwg is the file name, but it's going to put that into my demo 09 project folder. If I click on Browse, you'll see it browses for the folder and I can go and look for it. I know it's going to go to that folder straight away. Don't need to worry about that. I can give it a description. Now, I'm not going to worry about that right now, but I know that it's called Demo 25 at the top of the screen there. Now, the sheet values, that's going to be 025, and the drawing, because we're in Demo 09, will be 09 and then an underscore, and then 25, like so, to make it consistent. Now, I could click on OK Properties and go and set all of the drawing properties. If I do that, I can individually set the properties for that specific drawing. If I just click on OK, it actually allows me to add all of the properties to the drawing by using the project properties. So if I now just double click on the wheel to zoom extents, I'll switch off the snap and the grid. Now, let's have a look over here. What's happened over here? Let's zoom in. What it's done there is it's actually put sample project, schematics and panel layout. It's added that information to the drawing because of the project settings. Now obviously I can go in and edit that. I can just double click on it like so. It'll take a few seconds to load up, but I can see there you go, sample project and schematics and panel layout. That's just an attribute assigned to that title block template. So I can just delete that, click on OK, job done. You'll see the location path has gone in, and also look, some numbers have gone in there, 0925 and so on. This is the better way of doing things. If I just double click to zoom extents there, because what it's done is it's added all of that information, but more importantly, it's added that drawing there to the actual project itself. So if I come in here, I'll just put that into there so it's in the right place. And as soon as I do that, can you see it all updates? There's the sheet number 025 and there's the drawing number there. If I right click now and go to properties and drawing properties, that's just gone off the bottom of the screen slightly. That's because that drawing list is right down at the bottom there. There you go, project demo 09, sheet number 025, drawing 09_25. So all of that information's gone in nice and neatly. I'll click on OK there because I don't need to make any changes. Now, that's the better way of adding drawings to your project in AutoCAD Electrical. Can you see why? Because all the information is in one place. It's a lot easier than going new, then doing a save as, and saving it to obviously the project folder, but then you've got to actually add it to the project as well and make sure that all the settings are right. Whereas if you do it this way, using a new drawing here, all of the project settings are automatically applied to the new drawing anyway. So it's a little bit quicker. It's also just that little bit safer because all the information's all in one place and you haven't got to think about 3 or 4 different workflows to get everything to work. This way, you just click on new drawing and put the data in. Job done. When you click on OK, it's linked to the project and all the data's in the right place. Whereas the other one, you've got to create a new drawing, save it, you might save it to the wrong project, and then you've got to link it, and you might link it to the wrong project. You don't know. This way, it always links to the current project when you click on New Drawing there in the Project Manager in AutoCAD Electrical.